What up, man?
Was good.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to an episode of the Coastal Bros. Haven't been here on for a minute. Um,
While.
uh, Last time I was on, I was doing a watch along, and I was watching the Super Bowl champ go to the Super Bowl back to back years, and lo and
Reference to
behold,
the hat he's wearing.
I had to throw out the Super Bowl championship T-shirt and the hat. Oh, let me have the towel, the Super Bowl on it.
Yeah, get it all
Okay.
out. Go ahead. Yada yada.
Yeah, why? On this episode, we're going to be talking free agency, though. So the year is
True.
come and gone. The lack
Beginning
thereof.
of the year? Has it started technically?
Technically, it has, but I think technically it's happened before the tampering. I think the legal tampering that happened, I think it happens before that. I think it happens at the combine, or it happens a lot earlier than when it's legalized because a lot of deals come quick, like 11:59, 12 o'clock in the morning, boom, it's open, and then everybody's signing, like boom, bam, boom. I'm like, oh, these deals were done before there. Hey, what's up, Dennis?
Okay.
How you doing? So,
All right, all
what
right.
is the hottest topic you want to start now? I have a list from the last 3 days of who's gone where.
Okay, I think I have that as well. I think we have different sources though.
Yeah. Other than that, we'll leave our teams to the very end. Let's talk about some other teams. Uh,
All right. New York Jets. Let's just start in New York.
okay.
Um I don't want to say Giants. I want to say Jets because they got two offensive line, but one of them is really important. Tyron Smith. Shocked that they
You,
were able
you
to afford him.
you like Tyron Smith more than Morgan Morris because I think they needed to obviously do go and do their thing because they got to protect an aging quarterback
Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
that's coming off a really bad injury when it comes to his torn Achilles. So they got that. They got some weapons. I don't know if they have enough to get where they're at. We'll see.
I think Tyron Smith is major because one, it's an undisclosed contract from what I'm viewing here. I was shocked that they were able to afford him, but he also has injury problems. So why not New York? It kind of makes sense. Only because he's a big name, am I kind of shocked that they got him? But man, if he's healthy all season long, I'm still not scared of the Jets. I'm sorry, not happening. Still not scared of them. They don't have a run game, or unless the running back comes back from being completely injured.
You don't think so? You
I
don't think
I,
Bryce Hall? They don't see that Jet team finishing higher than third.
I don't trust the offensive coordinator. It's as far as I can go. Do I trust Aaron Rodgers to a certain extent? Yeah, to win a few games. That defense will be ready. That's one thing I do trust about that coach, the offensive coordinator, and how important they are to today's game.
I think I think that when you come to look at the Jets, they have to get a wide receiver. They have to get something that's going to help Aaron Rodgers. That they got the lineman, so that's covered. Because
Right.
if they had a healthier line in that first game of the season, Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt. I don't think Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles. I think okay. I mean, I know that turf is suspect. Turf is taking a lot of ankles out, but I don't think he gets hurt right away. I think they have a better line. So now that you have a better line, it looks like they were in talks to try to get Allen from the Chargers, but that fell through. So they still need to get a couple wide receivers. And I don't.
Okay, they got Gabe Wilson. Let's just start there. That's awesome. Imagine if they found a way to go in the draft and get one of the best tight ends, who both of us really love.
Yes, I can imagine but I don't. Yeah, they could get him. I mean, Brock Bauer. I think everybody wants Brock Bauer, right? I want him in Kansas City, but do I need him now with the signing we got? No. I mean, I would mind him, but
Okay, since we got Brock Bowers, just real quick, who's your comp for him?
If I have to go to the draft, and I'm gonna say just in the order it is, I'm gonna have to say he goes somewhere around the top 15 pick.
Okay, and then who's your comparison for him?
Well, I don't think he's Antonio Gates, and I don't think he's Travis Kelce or Gronk. I think he's that tier underneath. So maybe a Jimmy Graham in that area. Like I don't think he's that not there yet.
Okay, can I throw a guy out there?
Yeah.
A better route running Jeremy Shockey.
You know, it's funny though. Why do we always compare it? I mean, we do that all the time, and we just did it right now. But like why can't they just be the first Brock Bauer? Like, why can't he? Why everybody always compares everybody to everybody?
100% all honesty, because nobody wants to see the Brock Bowers until he actually does something well. Nobody cares to see Brock Bowers. We want to see what we know. We want to see what we've seen. We want to see somebody do that and better. So coming out, yeah, I would say it's a Jeremy Shockey with better route running. And then if he can eclipse that Jeremy Shockey, he will no longer be compared to.
It's interesting to see because they're the mock draft. He's not even in the top 15. He's not drafted.
Isn't that interesting? But yeah, he's the best at his position.
Right. But that's just because it's wide receiver loaded.
Right. That's what we call a steal in the draft.
Yeah. He'll go down to the 32nd pick and the Chiefs will pick him up.
Yeah, right. All right, real quick, since you used to live in LA and I live outside of LA County now, Jimmy G is going to be the backup to Stafford?
Yeah, why not? I mean, with that offense, I mean, he's not going to see any playing time, but hey, why not?
Barring injury.
But that's a solid backup. I mean, you need a solid backup with Matthew Stafford in there. I mean,
I'm surprised to hear you call him a solid backup. I've never seen you once say anything positive about Jimmy G, which is the reason why I brought him up.
Oh, well, because Jimmy G was playing for that ugly silver and black. And if you're silver and black, I don't like you. So
okay.
And then he was also playing for the team that likes to give the Chiefs Super Bowl championship.
The Niners. All right, and while I'm running down this list, one that I was really shocked by, Kenny Pickett to Philly?
Yeah, that's very interesting because, I mean, I don't know what the Philadelphia Eagles are thinking when it comes to but again, that's another guy that's not going to see the field other than preseason, and if Jalen Hurts somehow gets hurt in the tush pushes that he does, which with a new center, I don't know how those
he gonna get hurt with the new center.
I don't know. I don't know with the new running back and a new running back and the new center. I don't know how those tush pushes are going to go. However, I didn't like Kenny Pickett in the sense of when he was with
me neither.
Anyways,
I followed the ACC and I didn't like him. Yeah, I agree.
I like Mason Rudolph back then. I was shocked that Mason Rudolph left. But
why you got to bring up that? Let's not go there.
So, but hey, but Mason with Kenny Pickett going to Philly, I mean, again, it's one of those you can call him a veteran backup. I guess they had to make a move. Better than
no, I get that. You could call him a veteran backup concerning fact. Yeah, he's been in the NFL for a few years, but he's He's an old NFL quarterback already, and he's only been in NFL. Didn't he get drafted at 24? Which is odd. All right, and then Aaron Donald retired.
That is shocking.
I was shocked too.
Aaron Donald retiring. I mean, I get it. These guys are retiring early. They want a career after football, but what does Aaron Donald actually need to prove? He won a Super Bowl championship. He's won Defensive Player of the Year. He's been to Pro Bowls all time. Probably, I'll say, third ballot Hall of Famer. Thinking about take him maybe 3 times to get in the Hall of Fame. He'll get his number retired by the Rams. He's a great player.
I got something better, and you can greenlight it all you want. I don't want to talk about Aaron Donald and his football career. I want to talk about Aaron Donald and his future.
His future being what?
Hear me now. This man has more personality than Shannon Sharpe, and he will be better on camera and behind the desk than Shannon Sharpe. Mark my words. 3 to 4 years, he will be the one we will be talking about who's hot, talking about sports.
So what
doesn't matter. Sports Center, Fox, NBC,
NFL
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's going to be better than Shannon Sharpe. Mark my words. That man is a personality bomb. I can't wait to listen to him talk about football. I do not want to hear another person talk about cognac on TV. I really don't.
Do you think that's the route he's going to go?
Tom Brady has been training for a year to go on television because he's not naturally people friendly. He actually has a personality. He actually has something to say. And not only that, not only is he a physical force, guess what? He's an intelligent person. He can actually talk about the X and the O's. He can conversate and bring the comedic part. He can actually get into a debate and not lose his cool. I honestly feel he's the next big thing that we'll be watching during the weeks when we call Talk Sports.
Okay, but he's
a huge basketball fan.
Okay, but where is he going? Tom Brady's don't go in color commentary. That's harder. That's hard as it is.
Stay on Facebook, dude.
He's not.
Don't nobody like you. Don't nobody like him. Tell him to stay on Facebook. Wherever Tom Brady goes, I'm gonna double the channel and then watch that channel. He goes on 4, I'm gonna watch 8.
Okay, well, he's going on 11 or Fox.
I watched 22.
Fox, and he is gonna be teamed up with the key guy. He's taking Greg Olson's spot. But color commentary is hard. Do you see Aaron Donald as a color commentator, or do you see him as a Michael Strahan doing the post-game, pre-game? Hold on. Or do you see him on a talking head and being one of those shows like Undisputed and things like that?
He could be a Michael Strahan. He could be a Shannon Sharpe. He could be a Stephen A. Smith. I really believe his personality can reach so many different people that people aren't paying attention to. I think that's where he could go. Like anywhere across the spectrum, as long as that dude is on television, people will tune in, especially when it starts in the West and it'll leak East.
I think he'll be coaching. I think somebody will pick him up as a defensive line coach. I think that's where I think he's. So
you think he's destined to stay on the green?
Yes, I think he takes maybe this year off, recuperates, have fun, be with your family, spend some, time that you normally are not going to be home. Be home for,
No, I got it. I think this is the first time we've ever had a 3-year bet.
Summer. Yeah. So let him, and then I think somebody picks him up. I think somebody picks him up for like a defensive line coach.
Okay. I know we said leave our teams out of it, but I'm just going in order, just how it was reported. Chiefs on Marquise Brown. How are you feeling about it?
I like it. I like Marquise Brown going to the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes got another speedster, right? He got another speedster. Does he have drops? Probably.
Yes.
Okay. Was his numbers great with Lamar? Okay, they're all right.
Kinda.
Yeah, but is Patrick Mahomes better than Lamar Jackson? Yes.
Yeah.
So I think in that Andy Reid's offense, it's great. I can't wait. He's gonna fly.
He's gonna fly.
He's attached better than McCall Hardman. So, but if you resign McCall,
his hands are way better than McColl's.
So he said if you get McCall and him on the field at the same time, I don't know.
He's faster than McCall.
Do I think the Chiefs need another wide receiver? Yes.
Yes.
Is there a guy in Minnesota that I'm waiting and I've been checking update to say, hey, you don't have a quarterback over there? Come over here to the.
He's got Sam Darnold.
Come to the champs,
aka the next Baker Mayfield.
You could be a part of the first ever 3-peat. All right, you could party in the.
I thought we weren't doing predictions today. You can't be doing that, man. You can't be doing that.
I'm pitching to JJ. All right, and that's not JJ McCarthy. I'm pitching to Justin Jefferson. If you see him, tell him I said, come to the Chiefs. You could be a pick. You can be a part of the 3-peat. You could play in the Super Bowl, and you get to play with the best quarterback in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes.
Or you can play with the 6th best quarterback in the NFL, and you can go to the Arizona Cardinals, and you can play with my man Kyler Short Murray. But let's skip all that. Let's jump to this.
You can play Call of Duty with Kyler Murray.
You can do that too. You play Call of Duty. You can play NFL. You can play 2K. I'm personally on 2K who want to get smacked up. Just kidding. So, Bears acquire Keenan Allen. Now, I watched a video in response. Dude, this has got Jim Harbaugh written all over it. And I quote, I had my best season. Of course I'm not taking a pay cut. Within 12 hours later, he's traded. I love it. I'm sorry.
So all right.
I love it.
We're talking Bears, we're talking Chargers. Yeah, I can give 2 perspectives. That's all. All right.
Both.
So from the Chargers perspective, they needed to get under the 200 million, the cap, right? They were big. They were over the cap. They needed to get clean house. Jim Harbaugh's coming in and saying, "Look, all you receivers that were here didn't do nothing with this quarterback. I'm gonna just give him a whole new perspective with some talent that I can bring in and we can work at. And if you got a high contract, you're gone. Mike Williams, you're gone. Keenan Allen, go play in Chicago. I don't know what kind of quarterback you're gonna have in Chicago.
From what I hear, there's only 2 guys who will not be traded from that whole team entirely. That's Mac and Bosa.
That's what I heard. Right? Now, Mac, Bosa, and Herbert. That's the
they didn't say nothing about Herbert. I'm gonna tell you right now. Jim Harbaugh got on live TV and said that the number 1 quarterback off the board that would be taken was that kid from Michigan. He said, "Mark my words." Now, I don't know in which way he was thinking, like at the end of the first. Because I know he wasn't talking about the very first pick in the draft. He said he will be the first quarterback in the draft. And he said it just like that. And I had to listen to it a few times. I'm like, there's no way he's thinking he's going to be the first quarterback taken. So Jim Harbaugh, man.
Jim Harbaugh, they are picking 5th. Okay. Go ahead and be.
Is Herbert going to be a Charger?
Rick Pitino and go get your boys from Michigan. You'll end up being like Rick Pitino and be out of the league. Rick Pitino picked a bunch of people from Kentucky, and what happened? Nothing. So I'm just saying, personally, I don't know. But then again, if we go back to the Bears and what they did, I was thinking, great, they're getting weapons for Fields.
They were getting weapons for somebody else.
Now they're getting weapons for nobody because they don't
somebody
have
else
on the ball. They're
for Drake May.
Weapons for a rookie.
They're getting weapons for Drake May.
Jalen Daniels.
The Philadelphia Eagles signed Devin White.
Good.
I didn't think they had a problem in this area. I thought their secondary was terrible.
Secondary was terrible, but they got their linebackers. They
were hurt.
They were hurt, and I think they lost a couple. But didn't somebody?
Yeah, they lost Hassan, thinking like, "Oh yeah, Hassan gonna stay for cheap." No,
Fletcher Cox, I believe, retired.
Look,
So
Philly is about to be all new, brand new. But here's the thing: they drafted his replacement last year, so they're not going to be hurting on the D line.
right. So, but I mean, they're gonna need big guys in that middle, and that's a great pick. I mean, he did great for Tampa Bay. So, I mean, look, if the Chiefs didn't have Drew Tranquill and didn't re-sign Tranquill, that would have been a fine pickup, considering we lost Willie Gay.
So we'll just say this: 4 or 5 forced fumbles. I want to say 2 or 3 fumble recoveries, maybe 2 interceptions, and 85 plus tackles is a successful season for this gentleman, and maybe 2 pass deflections, based on his athletic ability, playing the mic. Oh, one I was shocked about because I heard Arizona was trying to get him. AJ Dillon re-signed with Green Bay.
Well,
they want to keep that 2-headed monster alive up there.
Well, they have the great 2-headed monster because I like the running back that they picked up.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when they kept him.
Well, with their new running back that they have, that's a great acquisition. Dillon and him.
Okay, let me ask you, since we're mentioning Josh Jacobs, if you had a comparison to AJ Dillon, who would it be?
Corey Dillon.
It's funny you say that because I'm the complete opposite. I think the reason why they keep AJ Dillon is because they remind him so much of Dorsey Levens. Yeah, baby.
But, you missed you missed the other acquisition in Philadelphia.
Hold on. What?
The acquisition for Philadelphia is Saquon Barkley, and that's where everybody's going crazy. So let's see what brings back to
about that.
All right.
Sorry about that.
So what I was asking you is you missed the other acquisition for Philadelphia real quick.
No, I said I was going in order.
Oh, in order. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I like Dillon. That's a good prospect. With him and Jacobs, it's going to be great.
Do you remember Dorsey Levens?
Yeah, I remember Dorsey Levens.
Number 20, big 2.5. Speaking of people who are similar to other players, Armstead signed with the Jaguars. Boy, did they need that.
Yeah, I actually thought Armstead was going to stay where he was at. I thought he was going to end up just re-signing with the.
But now that's funny, right? Because now that Armstead is left and Chase is no longer in the building, he's in free agency, and they're obviously not going to resign him. That means the 49ers are going to get the best pick available. That's going to be a linebacker, DB, and or D lineman here in this draft.
I can see that. I can also see them possibly. Yeah, I mean, they can also get a linebacker, maybe a safety, but I can see them obviously doing that defensive line. I mean, because all they got is Bosa. So, who you got next?
Next is Sam Howell to the Seahawks. Shocked.
Well,
because literally that tells me that they're just
what?
That tells me that they're looking for a quarterback and they honestly don't have no hope.
Well, if you go with Washington's, they want a new quarterback because they want all new everything new. They got new ownership, they got new coach. Let's bring everybody in, everybody else out. It's the same thing when like in LA. Everybody's in, everybody out. So you're getting people
rebuilding.
Out. Big rebuilding. And you're gonna be it feels like the Washington Commanders have been rebuilding since before they were the Washington Commanders. They've been rebuilding for years, right? The old owner felt like he was rebuilding all the time. New quarterback.
Do you hate Geno too?
No, I don't hate Geno at all. I like Geno.
I like Geno. Look, I remember him in West Virginia when I was a Big East fan before the Big East got abolished.
I like Geno. I like Geno, and I think Geno should be the starter for the Seattle. But again, they're under a new coach, new general manager as well. So what are we gonna do?
But
Pete
why
Carroll's
Sam
gone.
Howell?
Carroll's out. It's a reliable backup. Somebody has experience in the NFL, and possibly
Alright.
give Gino a little bit of a push to maybe some competition.
And also on this next part, I remember you laughing when you said Desmond Ritter to Arizona.
Yeah, because Desmond Ritter's gonna beat Colin Murray for the starting job.
Again, you say it laughing. I
do I believe in Colin Murray? Yes, but do I think time for Colin Murray to either put up or shut up? It's time for put up or shut up. I get it. You're coming off an injury. I get it. Okay, but you're coming off with another different head coach. So you what are you working on? Your third head coach now?
No, he came in with what's his
Kingston
name?
is gone.
Right.
Or Kingsbury's gone.
Kingsbury's gone, and he's got this one.
And now he has this one. And
Right.
this one is what? Second year now?
This is his second year. Last year, Arizona played way better than everybody expected.
So I'll give him another year. I'll give him 2 years. I'll give him 2 years. I'll give him another year. I'll give him to 2025.
Okay, let me ask you a question. He had nothing to play for last year. He didn't even have to play. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go in there and play anyway.
I know.
And he looked good.
But I still need him to show up and be a little locker room leader.
You're putting him in the Tua category from 3 years ago when we had this conversation.
Well, okay. I'm putting him in the Tua category.
He's better than Tua.
Okay, but for right now, prove me wrong. Make the playoff. Stay healthy.
He has. He's made the playoffs before. With Kingsbury.
Make the playoffs and stay healthy. Stay healthy this year, coming up year. You're going to be a full year off that knee injury. Finally, a full year. Stay healthy.
Oh, I remember that guy. Okay.
Desmond Ritter is a decent backup that has starter experience in almost a full year. There's some experience that if you need to go to him, you go to him. Arizona's not going to be decent for a while. In that division, I don't know. But you got the Rams, you got the Niners.
The Seahawks are trending down.
Right.
I don't care how much talent they have. Pete Carroll's not walking back in that building.
Well, they're third. I don't think they're good enough to beat the Niners, and I don't think they're good enough to beat the Rams. Not yet. But that's the second year.
Good point. But they're going to be a very physical third. This Arizona, you really don't want to go and play.
We'll see. They're
physical. They're high in energy.
We're staying away from teams, man. Mr. Two Teams.
First of all, it's 2 wallets. Okay. Second of all, Jonah Williams, the tackle from the Cincinnati Bengals, who was actually good last year, is now an Arizona Cardinal. Like I said, I'm going in order.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But that's a good pickup because you need good linemen to help your boy Murray. Right. You need some good, right? So I mean, Arizona's getting pieces that they need, right? They're going to rebuild your linemen. It's all about chemistry.
We need a linebacker now.
Yeah, maybe you get that in draft.
The Colts signed Joe Flacco. And I know you hate the Flacco, but I've been a Flacco fan for a very long time. I love Joe Flacco. He's the real Joe Cool, not Joe Burrow.
That's fine. The only Joe Cool I know is Joe Montana. So that's me. Man, you call Joe Cool, I say Joe Montana. However, Joe Flacco is great. Does he have a chance to be the starter with Richardson out? I don't know if he's going to come back. Yes. Does he have a chance to actually maybe take Richardson's job and Richardson stays? See you later, Indianapolis. Maybe. Right? Maybe.
Really?
Anthony Richardson has shown that he cannot stay healthy.
It was his first year.
You're injured. Don't know how he's going to come when he comes back. Depends on when he comes back. You're saying it's so if you're injured though, you're automatically going to lose your starting spot to Joe Flacco?
No.
Who's starting week 1?
Joe Flacco when he's still hurt.
But when Richardson comes back, is he going right back in there and Flacco goes to the bench?
If he's ready. Who knows if he's ready? It looked like he had a problem staring down receivers. He couldn't throw it in the middle of the field. He could throw the seam route really well. He threw out routes kind of odd. He could escape pressure. His hips were horrible. His feet were terrible. He's a half a quarterback project right now.
Joe Flacco was great. I think a lot of the fact that is people didn't see a lot of tape on him. He didn't show a lot of in the playoffs, but that was a different Houston team that they played.
Yeah, they were on fire.
Right. So, but it's going to be interesting. I like Flacco. But in Indy, we'll see what happens.
I'm not sure if you know about this next gentleman, but the Cardinals released DJ Humphrey. He was drafted their first overall pick, I believe, 5 years ago, and he was supposed to be a decade guy, and he didn't even get to that.
Yeah,
the Commanders signed Bobby Wagner. Genius.
Bobby Wagner is one of those old veteran linebackers that you just want because it's going to help your defense and it's going to help you help young players in the defense. It's like
they got a quarterback on defense. Daggone right.
Yeah, right. It's just going to be one of those guys, and not just a quarterback on defense. He's a veteran defense. He's going to show this is how you read this technique. This is how you read this guy. That's how you read.
This is where you line up. This is where you stand.
Right. This is where you stand. This is when you can take how many step backs you can take on this drop back pass. This is when you think you should be able to rush. It's going to be a great fit, Bobby Wagner. I like Bobby Wagner. I would have wished. I mean, like I said.
Hey, I liked him so much. He was on my fantasy last year. Was he on yours?
No.
Because I trust the 80 tackle, 5, 6, 7 forced fumble guy. I trust that guy. Oh, yeah. For those of you guys that don't know Sports Edit TV, we play defense here. We play defense. You know what I'm saying?
He
play some defense. We do defense here.
I do 54-51.
Oh, look at that. Look what just came up. Another wide receiver. Initials are CR. I wonder what that is.
Okay.
$90 million attached to it. Just going in order. Just saying.
Look, Calvin Ridley, and look on paper. This is why championships aren't won on paper. Because if championships are won on paper, Joey's Titans are going to finally win their first ever Super Bowl.
No, that's not what I'm aiming for. You know why I'm excited? Look, you already know me. I am a high defense ground and pound guy. But if you're going to switch and almost be the opposite in a run shoot offense, which is almost what this is going to look like. Imagine the Buffalo Bills with Thurman Thomas. Except we got Spears. This could be great. You don't understand what Will Levis got in the chamber. I'm just saying. That dude got an arm. I saw the dude on one leg throw a touchdown to Hopkins in his first game, and it was 70 yards all air.
I understand, but okay, look.
There's a handful of quarterbacks that could have done that in the history. Okay. Dan, Rodgers, maybe Elway.
Mahomes.
70 yards?
Mahomes got an arm. Mahomes has an arm.
70 yards all air?
I think Mahomes can throw 70 yards off if he needed to.
And look, don't sleep on this one. Mike Vick could have done it. Mike Vick could have done it.
Roll the tape with him and Tyreek. But look. Okay, look. This is the only reason why I don't know about Will Levis, okay?
Oh, here we go.
All right. This is the only reason why. I love your outside guys are deep. Both of them go deep, right? Good luck. But now that you don't have that scary big ass back behind the backfield, they don't need to worry about putting that many men in the box. Go ahead, Spears, because you ain't Henry.
Nope.
Let's see if those two guys can get open with your boy. I don't understand. I think that it's going to be different without a dominant running back in the backfield. That's why I'm not quite sure with him. That's why I like Mason Rudolph. The guy that you guys just picked up earlier, I like Mason Rudolph.
Why do you like him so much?
I like Mason Rudolph in Pittsburgh. I thought he should be the guy in Pittsburgh until something else happened.
So just because, okay, first of all, Will Levis is way better than Kenny Pickett. way better. Like, it's not even close better.
Mason Rudolph.
Right. So if Mason Rudolph couldn't get the job in Pittsburgh, why does he go to Tennessee and get the job?
Because they drafted Pickett. They drafted Will Levis. I just don't know. That coach didn't draft Will Levis. Your coach that drafted Will Levis is filling in Cleveland.
He didn't draft Joe Burrow either.
So we'll see. I personally not a fan of Will Levis. He can prove me wrong. I like Mason Rudolph. That's just me. But this is your team, so you're happy with it. You're the most excited team that knows to go 7-10.
Yep, and I'm looking to go 7-10 and break all passing records for our organization. Well, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm aiming
congratulations.
For. And Spears is going to have 1,000 yards, and we're going to have 2 running backs with 1,000 yards. How about that? We're going to be an explosive offense, something I've never seen in Tennessee.
We'll see. I don't know.
And the next one down was Mason Rudolph, which you've already eloquently placed. And the one that I was kind of shocked about, and the one person who actually I could see in a Kansas City uniform is named Michael Thomas, who was released by New Orleans. Route runner, good hands.
Michael Thomas would be a great pickup on a 1-year deal.
Yep. 4th wide receiver.
The thing is, the reason why we didn't go after Calvin Ridley is because Calvin Ridley wanted so much money. Brett Veach isn't going to be paying wide receivers, especially veteran wide receivers. I'm going to call them for a nice word of saying aging, right? More than a 1-year deal. We saw Marquise Brown 1-year deal, right? All these guys last year 1-year deals.
Now, are they all coming in on 1-year deals because you're still aiming for Justin?
Yo, what up, man? No, well, Justin is if L'Jarius Sneed wants to get traded, or Justin says, I need to get out of here. I can't play with Sam Darnold, right? Brett Veach does not spend money on wide receivers.
Did he say that, or did you just ad lib? I need to know.
No, he does not. I ad-libbed it, but that's what I'm saying, though. This as a Chief fan, and my boy Chief Perez that just came on right now will say exactly the same thing.
Okay. You see this? Do you see this? It says naked on it. This is Sam Darnold. Here's a bus, and you just
playing. Brett Veach doesn't.
Why do my boy Sam like that just because he hates USC? Look, if it wasn't for the USC background, I would totally understand your criticism. But the fact that you have this bias against USC quarterbacks is hilarious.
Look, I'm just saying.
Okay. From one injured wide receiver.
Brett Veach will not pay more than 1-year deals. Michael Thomas on a 1-year deal wants to be in that Super Bowl next year. This coming up year, let's do it. I'll take Michael Thomas. Perez, I'm sure, will take Michael Thomas. But JJ coming. Where'd you go? I can't hardly hear you. So,
how about now?
There you go.
Okay. So Romero would possibly want Mike Thomas because all his receivers leave in Dallas. So speaking about injured quarterbacks, Mike Williams.
Another 1-year deal. Sign me a 1-year deal. I will take all the veterans on a 1-year deal. Look, okay, give him over Sky. Give him over Sky, Tony any day, twice on Sunday. Get rid of Sky, get rid of Tony. I will give me Thomas and Williams over Tony and Sky. I'll do that trade. Okay. Kadarius Tony can leave. Sky can leave. Give me Williams. Give me Thomas.
Well, wait, what about Dallas? Dallas needs a wide receiver?
I don't care what Dallas needs. Dallas don't need anything.
I hope Romero didn't hear you say that.
Look, in free agency, give me everybody. You want to be on that part of that 3-peat? Come over.
Oh, okay. You alluded to this earlier. So on the other side of Tyron Smith, you got Morgan Moses from Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a good pickup. They need the Jets need offensive linemen. They need to protect that aging quarterback.
okay, can you do me a favor? Because I don't want to turn this off. Can you check Big Boy's voice message that he just left us and see what he said?
Yeah, let me look. Hold on one second.
Because I'm getting it on here. I'm like, wait, I can't.
Okay, hold on one second.
Got you. And let's see, C.J. Gardner Johnson. I'm really surprised that Philadelphia brought him back. I'm really curious to see how that's going to go. Because Cox retired, and now you're bringing in Gardner, who's he's more personality than talent, and I feel like that works for him. Not saying that he's not a good player. I feel like he's a really good player. I just don't think he's a great player. I think he's all hustle, and I love that. And he's back with Philly.
CJGJ didn't. He went. He left. He left Detroit, which is surprisingly to go to Philadelphia. That's unusual.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people don't like Detroit, but this Detroit was good. What's good, X?
Yeah, I like that Detroit.
About another 3 hours. I'll get with you. All right. So right now, this one was great. The Panthers got a wide receiver other than Adam Thielen. Dante Johnson from Pittsburgh. So he was a problem in Pittsburgh, and they shipped him out. This is the no blocking guy.
But the problem with Carolina, they don't got a quarterback.
Excuse me?
I don't believe in Bryce Young.
Wait, what?
Bryce Young is horrible. Bryce Young is they don't got a quarterback.
On what basis and facts do you have this? What? I can't believe you just said that.
You like Bryce Young?
Yes.
I think Arizona missed. They should have got old boy from Houston, obviously. I don't think so.
Wait. You said Bryce Young is terrible?
I do. I think Bryce Young is not good.
Hold on 1 minute. I gotta. Jesus, I know my boy is off, but can we pray for him, please? He thinks Bryce Young is off.
I think
Please
Bryce Young is not that
him.
bad. I think that the Steelers or the Panthers will be getting another quarterback soon.
Huh? From where?
Whoever. Maybe they get.
What are they gonna call Chad Henne?
Maybe they'll use Bryce Young for one more year, and then after that, he'll be gone.
If that happens, can you send Bryce Young to Tennessee?
You can have him. I know he's probably better than Will Levis, anyways. So
I'm not going there, but I'm just saying, if there was a world where I could get Bryce Young, I'll take Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, Calvin Ridley, and D Hop. Okay, maybe you got me thinking might make the playoff, but Will Levis, no. Anyways, what you got next?
And I'm still mad at Romero for saying that he's a buff Brady Quinn. The Saints sign Willie Gay Jr. from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Look, we're gonna lose people. Okay, it sucks to see Willie Gay go, but I think he wanted more of a playing time because I don't think he was gonna beat Drew Tranquill as being as a starting linebacker. So
the only reason why I like this signing is because you need winning people in the building other than Derek Carr. He's the only one in the whole city of New Orleans who seems to care or want to win.
Derek Carr's a winner?
No, he's the only one who seems like he wants to win. Oh. They need more people like that in the building. Derek Carr can't be the only one screaming and jumping up and down, talking about, "Hello, I want to win here. Let's put more effort." Like he can't be the only one.
Did the coach still Dennis Allen?
Yeah,
They ain't winning.
I know. That's why he's screaming. Owner, like, come on, man, give me a coach who wants to win.
Well, until they get a coach that wants to win, then he's not winning.
Do you know how primed it was?
What did you use Carr and a winner in the same sentence? Wait, did you use Carr and winner in the same sentence?
Is that a picture of a donkey for an icon? And you're gonna tell me that you are gonna put Derek Carr with, yes. You wanna know why? I respect know-how hustle. That's what I respect. He wants to win.
No.
He was stuck in Oakland for all those years. He didn't even get to go to Vegas. He wants to win.
He's not a winner.
He's better than his brother.
Hey, look, and he didn't come from USC. So see, I hate a lot of quarterbacks, not just
USC. So I'm now equal hating consultant. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. See?
All right, next one down. I really don't care, but I'll say it anyway. Jordan Pryor from the Bills to the Dolphins.
Look, he went from one place to another.
That's got the same problem.
Enjoyed not making the playoffs because at least with Buffalo, you made the playoffs. But then again, Buffalo needed to, again, cut a bunch of cap space. So Buffalo is coming down, just like Cincinnati. They're both coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Those two top contenders in the AFC are coming down. And the top AFC guy.
I'm so glad you're on my side now. See, look, he didn't said it. He said it without saying it. He finally sees the Joe Burrow falling. He sees Joe Burrow hitting the cleats. He sees Joe Burrow underneath another defender getting sacked. He sees the failures of Joe Burrow coming to rest.
Unless Joe Burrow and they do the LSU connection, which I heard they looking at that maybe happening.
They have no O-line.
If the LSU connection happens, they might be back. But right now, I see the Buffalo Bills and the Bengals ceiling. They reached that ceiling. It's coming down a little bit. Okay. So what we got next?
This is Buffalo.
Not going up.
This is Cincinnati.
Buffalo's not going up. Buffalo's on the way down too.
They're now going to have a full offseason with this offensive coordinator, not Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey is a good offensive coordinator. He wasn't for them.
Right.
He'd be better in New York, to tell you the truth. Right. Jets.
Right, left. That's all I got to say. When it comes to Buffalo, right.
Oh, the pass rusher. Donnell Hunter signs with the Houston Texans on the cheap.
That's a steal, bro.
2 years, $49 million, and how much guaranteed?
That is a steal.
$49 million contract with $48 guaranteed. Yeah, which means his salary is going to be low, but he just basically got a paycheck that says, "Here, go sack quarterbacks for fun for 2 years."
And they're going to be, and I wouldn't shock if that team is in the AFC Championship game at Arrowhead.
Over Jacksonville?
Yeah.
You damn right. Over Tennessee?
You're damn right.
No, I don't know about that one. Over Indy?
Yes.
Yeah, over Indy. I'll give you that one.
Houston winning that division, bro, because you guys are going 7-9. You're not making the playoff, or 7-10. You're not making the playoff.
We're going to be second in the division either way.
Okay, but Houston going to the AFC. Houston going to Arrowhead Invitational. The Arrowhead Invitational coming back next year.
The Buccaneers are signing Levante David. Smart. He's 100 tackle a season guy. And watch him on my fantasy.
Levante David going to retire Buck. He's been there
and he should.
He's been there a long time.
Okay, skip that one because nobody cares about him. But this one is interesting. Not that anybody cares about him either. But Philadelphia signed Devontae Parker from New England. I like Devontae Parker. I thought he was going to be a Titan at one point, but they passed over him. But shocker to see him go. Now,
Well,
I know you don't care about Parker either.
you need weapons.
His weapon? His weapon?
Maybe on that. Parker played wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
Right? So
wide receiver, yeah.
Give somebody Jalen Hurts, give me some weapons.
Okay, so Parker can sit on the bench, and then he can catch the passes that go out of bounds. That's fine. His weapon.
Pickett needs a wide receiver for practice squad. I don't know.
Yep, there you go. That's perfect. But you said Rudolph would be the starter for the Titans. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I jumped to the NFC side and I said Drew Lock is going to be the quarterback for the New York Football Giants. Ryan Dable finally has a guy he can groom because he can't do it with Daniel Jones.
They're not going to do that unless Daniel Jones leaves because Daniel Jones got all that money. He got all that money.
It's not going to play.
Well,
he's hurt.
That's going to be the richest backup quarterback in the NFL.
He ain't going to be no backup. They're going to get another backup. Daniel Jones going to be sitting there next to.
That's going to be the richest stout quarterback in the NFL then.
Stout?
Okay. Scout team.
Oh, I thought you said stout. I'm about to say, you're going to get that man a beer during the game? I'm like, my goodness, a stout beer? He needs one.
Len Dawson can smoke on the field. We'll give that dude a beer. But.
Okay, shocker. Queen signed with Pittsburgh?
Good move.
Smart move. You take him away from Baltimore and you add him to your defense.
It's a lot of teams, a lot of people going to their rivals. That's what's.
Do you know who's running that defense right now in Pittsburgh?
No.
I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to surprise you after the show.
Say it now for the listeners. Who's doing it? Who's running it?
I'll give you a hint. He just finished suing the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been there 2 years now. Yeah, notice how that defense has been better over the last 2 years? Yeah. So, brokenhearted, of course, and happy for him. Derrick Henry. I love you, man. You're the only team I'm scared of in the AFC right now. And, of course, Kansas City because they have the best quarterback in the league. But there is no duo stronger than Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. I don't care who you are, what team you are. With that offensive line, with that running back, with Odell Beckham, Flowers, Lamar Jackson.
Beckham ain't there.
Beckham is going to – he going to go back. He going to go back.
Him and Kim K have not re-signed to Baltimore.
Man, he going to re-sign. I don't even know why this is. He going to resign. He signed for a whole lot of money for 1 year.
He's too busy chilling at crypto.com. He going to go back to LA. He going to be
okay. You're telling me you're not scared of that thought combination?
Of what? Now that the Baltimore Ravens have 2 running backs and one just happens to be labeled as a quarterback?
That's not. Wait, look, you did that on purpose. Okay, because we all know that's Cam Newton. Okay, Cam Newton was a daggone running back who could throw. Look, Lamar Jackson can throw the football.
Am I scared of that tandem? Yes. Now you really can't. You can't spy, right? Because
you can't. Because as soon as you do, Derrick Henry. Oh, and guess what? Derrick Henry is a running back who can throw too.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe your running back, your
Lamar Jackson's going to catch 2 touchdown catches this year.
Yeah. Are you Joey 3 teams now?
No, I have my players I love. I told you when I did my podcast on Lamar Jackson because I was being 100 and real. He wasn't developed yet. All you guys were crowning him as the top 3 quarterback.
Exactly. Scared on Madden. Only that's it.
Scared on Madden? Really?
Yeah. Baltimore scary on Madden.
All right, excuse me, Mr. Donkey. You can either try and catch Lamar Jackson or stand in front of Derrick Henry. I think I'm the only man in the world who says I want to be the only one who's off the street, who's willing to go head on head with Derrick Henry just for the respect.
Hear me out. Ready? Hear me out. You know how you stop that defense, that offense? You keep him on the sideline.
But guess what? If your team can get on the field because they're going to be able to run the clock out, good luck.
Keep him on the sideline. You keep him on the sideline.
But you got to get on the field in order to keep him on the sideline.
You're going to get the ball.
Yeah. Baltimore's going to get the ball. How are you going to get it back?
I'm just saying, you keep him on the sideline, you drain that clock. They've done it. I've seen them do it with a lot of teams.
Okay, but that was before you got Derrick Henry, who can keep the ball from you.
Okay, you keep Derrick Henry on the sidelines.
That only happens when you have a quarterback who can't really throw the ball right.
I'm just trying.
I'm sorry, but Ryan Tannehill. It's funny how everybody was talking about Ryan Tannehill was a good quarterback. Ryan Tannehill's a good quarterback. Yeah, I ain't seen him sign nowhere yet. I haven't heard no trade request.
I sworn you were rocking Tannehill when he was wearing that tight.
What? I said he had one good year. We won a playoff game or two, and that was it.
Go get Mariota.
He signed with Washington.
I know. Look,
Jameis Winston.
I'm not okay. Jameis Winston. I don't know what Cleveland's doing. Because before we came on the show, and I'll just say it now because it's not on there.
Right.
They got Hundley. So they got Hundley, and they got Winston, and then you still got Watson that you paid a crap load of money to.
On the guarantee.
Right. So do you not think is Watson not coming back? Is he missing another year because he's injured? Because that injury is so messed up that he can't come back. So you got to get Watson. You have to get Winston and Hundley because I don't know what Cleveland's doing. If that was the case, why didn't you just keep smoking Joe?
That's a good question.
You might as well have kept if Watson. If you don't think Watson's coming back, you should have just kept Flacco.
They have a similar skill set. Yeah.
Okay? And it's not
the
like
only difference is Joe Flacco's more mature.
And it's not like Flacco was hot off the market. Flacco was sitting on he did an interview with Pat or was it? I think it was Pat McAfee because he's a Colt now, and he was like, I was sitting home like nobody's calling. Hello, checking the phones, checking to his agents like, why is no one calling me? I mean, I'm comeback player of the year because I came off my couch to.
No, I get it. I agree, and
I don't know. I don't know what Cleveland's doing. I mean, hey, whatever.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm like, I have no. That GM is a big question mark for me.
Look. The Browns and the Lions. I mean, the Lions are going to go this way. The Browns, I think, will be going this way.
Not as hard. Not as hard as the Bengals because the Bengals are going
right.
But I mean, and then what I predicted 2 years ago is going to happen. Zach Taylor's finally going to get fired. Darnell Mooney to Atlanta. So we got Kirk Cousins, London, Kyle Pitts, who you don't like, and now you got Darnell Mooney.
No. I like Kyle Pitts. He didn't got a quarterback. And Arthur Smith never gave him the ball. Never called his number. Kyle Smith was the best tight end in Atlanta. Ever.
I was just pretending like I was frozen. But no, hold on, timeout. You're wrong. You don't know that history. Let's back that train up a little bit. Best tight end in Atlanta Falcon history. Did you forget about Alge Crumpler with Michael Vick? Alge Crumpler is the best tight end in Atlanta Falcon history.
Look, Kyle Pitts
and OJ Santiago with honorable mention.
Only thing about Kyle Pitts was horrible is because he was a bad fantasy team member, and I had him on my fantasy team, and he couldn't give me anything because he ain't got no quarterback. Now that he got a quarterback and a new number, because what did he say to Kirk Cousins? You can have my number. I don't want any money. I want targets. Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. You can have my number. Go ahead, have it. Take it.
Okay. Now that we bring that up, his age, I hope he's not
coming off an injury.
No, I hope he's not Chris Chandler.
Coming off an injury.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I hope he doesn't come back like Chris Chandler. I hope he comes back better. Because when Chris Chandler came back in his early 30s, he had Justin Jefferson. And wait, was it Justin Jefferson? I think at the time. I think it was Justin Jefferson. And then he had Andre Rison. And then he had Terrence Mathis. He had 3 guys.
Justin Jefferson. Are you sure?
I think his name was Justin Jefferson back then. Check that out.
There was another Justin Jefferson.
On my mama, I'm not even playing. The Atlanta Falcons wide receivers in the 90s.
I know Andre Rison, and I know
Andre Rison's, Terrence Mathis, and then there was Justin Jefferson.
So, okay.
It mentions Andre Rison.
But Kirk Cousins.
Oh, this is Julio Jones.
Kirk Cousins is
Drake London.
You ever heard of that term, happy life, happy wife?
No such thing. Roddy White, we forgot about.
Look, check this out. He going to Atlanta now. His wife's gonna be happy because she's gonna be near her family. She's gonna be near her family now. So,
hold on. Atlanta Falcons roster when they went to the Super Bowl in '98.
Here's information from StatMuse.
Super Bowl '98. Let me look that up.
Yeah. Tim Dwight, Jeremy Gurman, Ronnie Harris, Todd Kitchen, Terrence Mathis, Tony Martin. Man, I know there was a Jefferson on there.
Is that they go on '99?
Yeah, that was the year when Jamal Anderson got beat up.
Right.
And that was the year Atlanta kicked the field goal to beat Minnesota. And then they got dog walked by Denver in the Super Bowl. This is the year after the Broncos beat Green Bay. I think it's 98 because in 99 was...
It was 99. It was the year 1999. It was after the Green Bay one. So the wide receivers was O.J. Santiago, Ronnie Harris, Tony Martin, Terrence Mathis, Brian,
Tim Dwight,
but Andrew
Ed Smith.
Jefferson did not play in the Super Bowl, so I don't know where he was at. He's not on here.
It's probably a different year.
But
Atlanta Falcons 1996.
Let's skip ahead. That's all right. So you're hoping he doesn't come as Chandler, which is great. Kirk Cousins, I think, is going to be doing great. I just worry about, like I said, injuries, just as like Aaron Rodgers. So, who we got next?
Joe Mixon.
Shocking.
To the Houston Texans, who you have already put in the AFC Championship game because of their quarterback from Ohio State.
In Arrowhead. Remember, don't forget that part.
Ohio State.
You didn't forget that part, correct?
No, so you're going to tell me they're going to go from being one of the worst road teams to one of the best road teams in one season?
I'm just saying they're going to be in Arrowhead in the AFC Invitational, Houston versus the Chiefs, who goes to the Super Bowl.
So you're telling me that you're going to be better than San Diego, formerly known as San Diego,
Coke,
Denver, and Vegas? You're telling me that Kansas City is going to be better than all 3 of those rebuilding teams? Is that what you're telling me?
Let's see. We won a Super Bowl in our rebuilding year. We won a Super Bowl in our down year. Yeah. Yes.
Mr. LA Charger and Detroit Lion, Xavier, 2 cents. How you doing?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Look at those cheeks, man. Look at those cheeks.
So you automatically think I don't want to get there.
I'm thinking that Jim Harbaugh is a factor.
Oh, God.
Sorry, man. I've seen it before.
Jim Harbaugh with what? What does he have?
He's got a quarterback, maybe.
You just said he's going to get rid of his quarterback and go get J.J. McCarthy.
I said it's a possibility. I know one thing. There's only 2 pass rushers who's going to stay on that team. That's all I know.
All right. Anyways, Denver, really? Who they got? They ain't got no quarterback.
They got a coach. They got a coach.
Okay, man. They got a coach that drafted did nothing.
And Vegas, they got a stadium. Because I don't know if they got a team. I don't know if they got a coach. And I know they ain't got no running back. And I know they ain't got no quarterback. Because I know they signed little old boy. They signed that little old boy. What's his name?
Hey, he still got Allen Wait. No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, man. Look.
And you already mentioned it earlier, Marcus Mariota to the Commanders, or did I mention it?
Yeah.
Either way, we mentioned it. Aaron Jones to Minnesota. This is going to keep them afloat until they're going to be a bottom 5 pick next year. Yeah, I called it. The Vikings are going to be last in their division. The Rams signed Darren Williams. Wait, how did I miss that?
So let's get to the top ones real quick because we're almost out of time.
Yeah, the Vikings signed Sam Darnold, baby. Woo!
All right. Let's get to the other one. Let's get to the top stuff.
All right, for real. The top one, the Jets signed Tyrod Taylor.
Yes, the top two. Okay, the top two. One, Chris Jones, after sitting out. Whoa, what the heck happened there? After sitting out all of preseason and the first week of season last year, got agreed to a 5-year, $95 million guarantee, the largest guarantee for defense tackle. Okay, 95 guaranteed. He got money. He got paid. 5 years. He's gonna retire a Chief. Gonna be there forever. Right. First. He finished second among defensive tackles last year with 10.5 sacks after missing week 1, and he's first among defensive tackles in the past 3 seasons with 75 hits, 35 sacks, and 217 quarterback pressures. So great re-signing. Could they still have money for Snead? Maybe.
No.
We'll see.
I told you. Get an all-star linebacker, you got an all-star D lineman to get one good secondary person. You got that already, McDuffie. Get rid of Snead and keep Jones. I've been yelling about it since the Super Bowl. We've been talking about it. Yeah. I'm so glad that they gonna do it.
They might, and I hope they. Like I said, I hope we get a first-round pick, high first-round pick. Maybe get Marvin Harrison Jr. Hello, Patriots. You want?
Wow, no. Hello, Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to Arizona. Don't try to take that from me.
And the biggest one, Justin Fields going to Pittsburgh.
That's not the biggest one.
I'm just that true.
That's not the biggest one.
What's the biggest one?
That's not the biggest one.
Wow.
It was the biggest shocker they ended up in Pittsburgh. Truth be told, he should have been traded to Cincinnati. They need a quarterback.
So what's your biggest free agent signing?
Really?
Come on.
Calvin Ridley, Tennessee, baby.
We talked about that one already. All right, well, your other
Zach Moss, Cincinnati. Leonard Williams resigned in Seahawks? I missed that one.
Let's get to the big one.
The big one. New England got a quarterback? They traded Mac Jones to Jacksonville and then signed Jacoby Brissett?
Jacoby Brissett coming back home. Let's get to the other news in Pittsburgh before we got to go.
Who am I missing? Austin Eckler to Washington?
No.
That's a big signing.
The other one. The other signing that I called earlier.
Oh, Brian Burns to the Giants. That's a huge signing.
Hey, Brian Burns. Good movie. I like that.
Please don't tell me you're talking about that running back. Just please don't tell me you're talking about that running back.
I'm not. I'm talking about the guy that left Denver and is now in the Steelers.
Oh, big little Russ. Oh, big little Russ. You talking about Russ? I'm not down that far yet. Russ.
Let's get to Russ and then we got to get out of here.
Okay, Leonard Floyd to 49ers. Gardner Minshew to Oakland. San Diego. Vegas.
Yo, you all like
Geno Stone to Cincinnati. The Chargers signed Gus Edwards. Oh, the one that hurt me the most about Tennessee, we lost Autry to a rival with the Texans. He was the guy that played on the opposite side of Jeffrey, Big Jeff. Devin Singletary to the Giants. Xavier McKinney to Green Bay. Robert Hunt. The Packers released Aaron Jones. Andrew Van Ginkel signed with Minnesota. That's a good pickup. Saquon Barkley to Philly.
Yeah,
Jonah Jackson to the Rams, which is a great pickup for them. Kirk, my favorite Cousins, is in Atlanta.
Dante Jackson is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and then Bryce Huff signed with Philly. Josh Jacobs signed with Green Bay. And Lloyd Cushingberry III is one of our new offensive linemen. Give me 1 second.
And Jerry Jeudy went to the Browns with their 3-headed quarterback now. So we'll see what happens. But hey, look, he's gone now. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about Russell Wilson for a minute. Russell Wilson is 5-10 with Hackett, and went 7-7 with Sean Payton, who he says is going to be a great coach. I don't buy it. I don't buy Sean Payton being a great coach. However, Sean Payton didn't want Russell Wilson at all. You can tell by that when he said, I hope he's not kissing babies. He needs to be high up there and practicing and doing stuff. So they let Russell Wilson go, and they pay him a crap load of money to go, to the point where he signed Russell Wilson. We're talking Russ.
Yes, okay.
Russell Wilson signs a 1-year deal for, as my friend puts it right here, getting a Walmart paycheck, and pretty much a Walmart paycheck.
Was it 1.26?
Yeah, 1.26.
And then you can answer that, and I'll keep going. So Christian Wilkinson is another huge signing, and he signed with the Vegas Raiders. Why would the Dolphins let go of their best player? Period. That makes no sense. None at all. So we keep going. The Jacksonville Jaguars did lose a wide receiver and did gain another one. I guess they wanted to have better route running over, just a better player. So they got Gabe Davis, but let go of Calvin Ridley, which makes no sense because Calvin Ridley can run routes also. David back to Hari. He got cut by the Packers. Okay. I'm a Tennessee Titan fan through and through.
I think Breeze was a great quarterback when transferred over. Yeah, maybe over to Sean.
What though? I feel the same way, except when Drew Lock goes over to New York with that coach.
I just don't like the fact that Sean Payton didn't want Russell Wilson to begin with. Russell Wilson went there for Paul Hackett, the same guy that went to the Jets for Aaron Rodgers. He finished 5-10 under Hackett. He finished 7-7 and was benched the last 2 games because Sean Payton never wanted him. He couldn't wait to ship him out. So what they do, I'm gonna pay you to play us. And then I said, go somewhere where he wants to be wanted. Perfect spot was Pittsburgh. You go to a coach that's never finished under 500.
Okay, but how much wanted is he wanted if you go ahead and you pick up Justin Fields right after signing him?
Well, this is before that trade. Before that trade, I was like, this is perfect for him to go to because guess what? Right? But now that you get Justin Fields, it's just
Justin Fields got to sit.
Of course. Justin Fields is gonna sit. However, now you only signed Russ for a 1-year deal. It's Russ, I'm gonna pay you 1 year. Let's see if we can ride you all the way to Super Bowl. And after that, he's gone, and now you got Justin Fields. So it's perfect. Now you got your future quarterback in Justin Fields, and you got a part-time rental guy in Russell Wilson saying, "Hey, guess what?
He's not your average rental."
I understand he's not your average rental, but at the same time, he was the cheapest you're going to get. He signed for the league minimum because Denver is paying him all this money to
leave
and play against him.
I hope he beats Denver next year. Matter of fact, that should be the opening game of the year.
He didn't have to play.
Pittsburgh at Denver.
He didn't even have to play this year. He didn't have
And
to.
then let Pittsburgh go to Denver. Opening game of the season. I hope they do it. I know it's not going to happen, but I hope they do it.
All right.
The one that shocked me still, even though I'm a Titans fan, Tony Pollard. I honestly would have been much happier drafting a running back because the running backs are not very strong this year. So get one of the best ones.
Yeah, well, you needed somebody who could get without I don't know where he went. But hey, look. Obviously, Tony Pollard was a great. I'm surprised that Dallas let him go, but Dallas is not picking up anybody anymore. So we shall see. What happened? Where did you go?
I pressed the wrong button and I zigged. I should have zagged, but you're right. We've been on this a while. I think we only been on this a while because we just haven't been on for a while. But next Sunday, we will make ourselves available for the viewing public, and we will be back.
We're back. Catch us every Sunday. I don't know. Put your notifications on. You'll know when we go on live. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Anytime we'll be on. Like I said, we went a little bit over.
Swift went to Chicago. Is that what happened?
I thought Chicago was getting much of weapons for Justin Fields, and I was wrong.
So that's what they mean by weapons. I thought because they got the wide receiver and then the other wide receiver, and then they got the. Because look, I'm gonna tell you right now, future star tight end Nick from Chicago. That dude's awesome.
Well, I hope they get it.
What? Wait, Michael Pittman got an extension for 3 years?
Yeah, Michael Pittman got wrong.
Oh wow.
On that note, guys, we will talk to you guys next week. Have a great day.
My shyest little girl.
Look out for us. We're coming back next Sunday. We'll be back next Sunday. Talk a little bit more about free agency. Probably talk a little bit about other ones that we kind of skimmed through because we were running late on time.
Yeah, like Michael Pittman getting a 3-year extension for being average.
Like Michael Pittman and seeing whatever and seeing what the draft because we'll be that much closer to the NFL draft. And March Madness is happening this week. I do a little bracketology maybe.
My cousin Darius is a starting point guard for Utah State, baby. Woo woo. Say bye to Sweetness. Say bye, Sweetness.
You guys have a great day. We will talk to you later. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Catch you later.
How you doing, Sweetness? You want to get down? Yeah.